to Buzz on the other side. So
Chrome item chooser 17 items. AudioBookAnime. Cornerstone coins. AudioBookAnime. Cornerstone AudioBookAnime. Cornerstone coins. AudioBookAnime. Across the AudioBookAnime. Spell tank AudioBookAnime. AudioBookAnime. Death Wish AudioBookAnime. Death Wish AudioBookAnime. Death Wish AudioBookAnime. Spell tank app AudioBookAnime. Spell tank AudioBookAnime. Loso AudioBookAnime. Loso AudioBookAnime. Across the AudioBookAnime. Cornerstone coins. F number 5 or guide. Selected. Top item chooser menu. 12 items. RoyalRoad experiment week. RoyalRoad experiment guide. Selected. Reload this page. Banner. Guide. Item chooser menu. 135 item. 3. 177. 19 items. 8. AudioBookAnime. Lineage of Lincoln Lexx Ep7 a Roy heading level 3. Level 2. Link group.
God.
You are currently
had me scrolling up.
Complementary group. Main. End of. Main. You play. K. Button. Mute keyboard shortcut M. Button. Group. Shortcut. Unmute keyboard short.
Boom. Okay, so now people should be able to comment when they join.
Streamlabs desktop.
I will have them read to me.
Stream button and lives group. 0 view group lives and stream button. Google Chrome. Finder. Finder. Top 3. CC. Now in tab Death Wish. 13. Now in tab Documents. List view. Table. Row 55 of 77. Kind. But list view. Table. Row now in Documents. Window. In list view. Table. Lineage of Lincoln Lexx. List view. Table. In list view. Volume 1 Why Humans Don't Get Rest was full. Volume 1 Why Humans Don't Get Rest. Lineage of Lincoln Lexx. Menu. Open a new tab. Now in Volume 1 Why Human. Status bar. Icon view. Collection.
Yeah. Originally, I had Volume 1 for this
0.
book.
Forgetting the 8, 19. 20. Character list for 20. Aura of the Earth pages.
Set up for the name of the first volume to be Why Humans Don't Get Response. But with the where I want to take this story, I kind of think that that's going to be the name of this first arc for this character.
Body link at new line. Yes. Why didn't you tell me? I was about to run into a populated city. Body, page 2 of 5. Edit text, content selected body. The bird chirped and Lincoln was for the second time in a handful of breaths, electrocuted. Speech muted.
Tavasset, Aura of the Earth, 20. Aura of the Earth. Lincoln was absolutely terrified. Why? Because Vega had sent Chip with him for more reasons than not wanting to give up Antonio. She'd also wanted him to be limited in what he could use. No camera meant far more opportunities to let loose as Runt of Black. With camera meant Lincoln could truly only use 2 skills, Affinity Gate and his meager abilities with his dagger. A weapon that he had yet to embrace using while actively engaging with others in the few battles he'd lived through so far, especially while mentally being in his alternate persona. The streets were hard and often cold, but be real with yourself, Lincoln. You may be playing this role, but you are no hardened martial artists. You're not even a powerful mage, and luck is only going to get you so far. Lincoln summoned a gate and tried to put himself as close to the shimmering brown portal surrounded by trees and carnage as he could. He managed the feat, smoothly stepping through the portal, only to be collided with instantly. Lincoln screamed as he was electrocuted, finding himself startled by the current that flooded his body. His screams continued as their grounded foe began to snap out wildly, one after another, at the flailing Lincoln. Without his magical sight being at an all-out maximum, he began to struggle at locating the many magical creatures that surround him, suddenly remembering running through swarms of fireflies as a child, now feeling as if the snakes around him were as fickle as the bugs of his childhood, when his hands had been far smaller and less dexterous. Lincoln roared and began to lash out at the snakes that grew in number. The once scattered reptiles converging on Lincoln, their far easier prey. He was bitten, and then bitten, and felt if any more fangs entered his body, he'd probably begin to bleed out. Shut up, thoughts. We are literally dying right now. The jerky movements his body was currently capable of while under duress were extremely limited. The lightning he thought he was supposed to have an affinity for apparently didn't help while being electrocuted. Or maybe it's the amount of lightning flowing through my body that is fucking overwhelming any help my affinity could give. Didn't I tell you to shut the fuck up, thoughts? The problems for Lincoln began when his internal monologue was responded to. His own voice returning in answer. Sorry, dumbass, was only trying to help. By the way, you do have a skill you can use to get out of this situation, but I'll take over when you pass out anyway. If Lincoln weren't in a life or death situation, he would have frozen in that moment. But one of the many birds fighting the snakes chose the perfect moment to take a dive toward him. No, your not losing your mind idiot move, Lincoln Dove, splattering multiple of the aquatic snakes underneath himself, making himself the perfect target for the electrified bird, redirecting its dive in an instant. How in hell's am I supposed to dodge fucking lightning? The bird chirped, and Lincoln was, for the second time in a handful of breaths, electrocuted. Teleport, you fucking dumbass. Although he didn't enjoy being called a dumbass by a foreign entity using his voice in his head, he felt obligated to try what he was being told to, as he jerked violently in the small puddle of reforming snakes. You better not be fucking with me, Vega. Even as he was bitten again, summoning a portal underneath himself, he knew. The sensation was different when he communicated with Vega. It thrummed with power that resonated in his entire body at once, while the other voice felt more familiar. It's because I'm you, dumbass. You're a cultivator now. You might have forgotten this, but trying to split your mind when magic is involved, you might get more than you fucking wish for Bud. Not right now, Lincoln, and stop getting your ass kicked. You're making us look bad. Thanks, Vega. Real comforting. Lincoln's second teleport was probably worse than his first by far. He began to windmill through the air after sending himself straight up well into the canopy above, where a new and extremely more thorough death sentence was attempted by the birds above. The collisions caused him to spin and drop his knife. Electricity caused him to not concentrate on the incoming ground he plummeted towards. His meager attacks at anything that moved were mostly in vain, but luckily for Lincoln, he smashed into a branch on the way down. Chip watched as Vega's second in command took on what looked like a few dozen monsters. Small, yes, but numerous enough to be an issue for even a red call. Is this bad? Should I do something here, guys? Chip's chat told him to keep the camera running and stay alive. He agreed that there was no reason to die a senseless death, but he had confidence in the young man before him, and then he teleported, and Chip bit his lip, wincing as the young man fell. Oh, shit! The birds swarmed like an army of insects, smashing into Sir's second to the point that he was flung aside, smashing into a large tree branch, only to flip end over end and pass directly into the brown portal at the center of all the chaos. Chip looked into the camera, his eyes asking the question as he felt his eyes go wide. Do we go after him? Tyrone wasn't fond of his now regular visits to the office of his leader. This may be becoming a problem. And why is that, ma'am, he doesn't seem to be doing all that well? The older woman laughed, gesturing toward the hologram showing Lincoln's last fight with the newly spawning dungeon life. Is that what you saw? The question seemed strange, so Tyrone simply nodded. He felt bad for the kid, but the First Imperial's smirk as she shook her head and sighed made him relook at the footage. The first thing you should look at was his entry point. Why not just position himself to be able to step out of one portal and directly into the other? Tyrone shrugged again. If I'm being honest, Mom, honestly wondering if the kid is a genius or an insane idiot lucky enough to look like a genius. She nodded, her smile widening before she took a deep breath and stepped closer to the hologram. The amount of calculations he must have done from a distance is absolutely insane. As you may be right, and just slightly misaligned, as an insane genius is a dangerous one, mortal or not. He tried not to squint at the woman as he spoke, but the question went without asking, but he felt forced to anyway. Calculations! When the hologram started from the top, the First Imperial began to dissect the fight, moment by moment, pausing the action when necessary. The slowed sections making Tyrone's eyes gape as wide as Chip's at the end of the video. I'll start at the beginning. First is the entry point. In the absolute center of everything, practically a kill box in the center of two enemy vanguard lines. The First Imperial said, making him feel as if the woman felt Lincoln's small battle could only be broken down in war-based terms due to being a general herself. Now, this may seem far-fetched, until I show you something here shortly, but this was actually an exercise in body refinement, maybe even by using opposing elements, one being an aligned affinity. The video slowed, and Lincoln dodged 2 swooping birds, while the general pointed at his legs. You see here, he's not moving away from any of the snakes. In fact, how could he be perfectly moving closer to every single snake close to him, while continuing to dodge every bird currently coming at him? Tyrone's mouth fell open as he watched Lincoln move his leg in a perfect sweep, mere inches in front of almost 7 snakes, each and every one of the creatures stopping the range attacks they'd been about to perform, only to bite him instead. Here is where things get truly interesting, said the First Imperial, pointing at a diving bird. A bird that was going to miss Lincoln entirely, until he swayed, looking as if he was about to fall, until he wasn't. Now upright, firm stance, and close enough to move his head into the line of fire. Why would he do that? The First Imperial's next point slowed the footage and zoomed in on the young man's neck, revealing a black sludge being excreted from his paws, just before Lincoln dove almost headfirst into a group of snakes, landing perfectly on his back, smashing enough of the aquatic monsters to create a small pool of water. You see it there? The snakes bite, and the living water takes in the toxins from his skin and into their own bodies, but here is my favorite part. Lincoln teleported upward, and the hologram slowed and then came to a stop. The birds' collisions showed lightning thrumming through Lincoln's body, pushing more and more of the sludge from his paws, the material evaporating from his skin as Lincoln plummeted. Here he drops the knife. I wondered at this, believing it to be unnecessary, but then I remembered how much iron can be in bones, which would have taken some of the wrath of the lightning. What an astonishing pain tolerance for his age. The hologram continued in slow motion, and the First Imperial pointed again just as Lincoln was in range of the branch below, or so Tyrone had thought. From Lincoln's hands shot tiny blackened diamond shapes, trailing streaks of black that could have been mistaken for the same sludge flying from Lincoln's body, pushing him toward the branch. Hells! Hells indeed! The First Imperial chuckled, pointing as more of the diamonds could be seen even after he was ricocheted from the tree and into the portal. Lincoln more flying than falling. Going to be honest, Tyrone, if he survives all of this, I may stake claim to him as well, said the First Imperial, their eyes meeting as he felt himself gulp. Regardless of how he wanted to look nonchalant, he felt himself sweating, even further bothered by his own darting eyes, relooking every aspect of the hologram. Nothing came out. The First Imperial simply raised a hand to stop him from trying. Tyrone appreciative of the given grace. No need. Just nod if you understand the value of what you may be forced to keep under control. He will not leave the same little man you sent inside. Tyrone nodded. Good. On the other side of the portal, Lincoln rolled to his feet and immediately him. Yo, Vega, can you still hear me? Asked Lincoln with a happy cackle. Yes, but barely, assuming you made it inside. Yes. Why didn't you tell me I was about to run into a populated city? Lincoln began to move, hoping that the stealth offered by his cloak would be enough to give him the upper hand in any potential interactions, may the populace be friend or foe.
Okay.
Speech unmuted. End of tech. Give him the upper hand and end of text spot a period. Actions available. But new tab. Left double quotation. Y-R. Y-R. O-Y. Y-R. Your. I-N. A-T-R-A. A. Trial. E-D. Trialed. I-N-S-E. Instance. L-I-N-K. Link. Space. Link, comma. Comma. O-N. Misspelled. Space. N-I-L. L-I-N-O-N. Lincoln. Space. Lincoln, comma. You're in a trialed instance, Lincoln. Space. I-T-I-S-A-A-R-E-P-A replica. O-T-E the world. T-A-E the P-R-T-A portal. Space portal. I-A-C-T-A actually. N-E-C-T-E connected. T-O-O-2 space. 2 comma. Space. K-I-L kill. Space. Kill period. Period. Body right double quotation mark. New tab. A E He double A Y E D D E N L Y suddenly E N B E unable to T E L B A N U Y N E D D U S space S A W space E capital H 8 tab new right double quote semicolon. You're in a trialed instance link end of text semicolon colon body right double quote right single quotation mark. You're in a trial E new line tab left double quotation mark body left single quotation mark new line new period. Lincoln began to move new line yes but barely assuming you made it inside new line new right question mark right single quotation new link your end of text but you're in a trialed instance Lincoln. It is a replica of the world the portal is actually connected to kill. Connected to right end of text body right single new line tab. A I S his B N D S bonds W R D words I P what simply E T cut E T out space T U O T U C space simply his bonds word simply space simply vanished space DEAINAV space simply space E came to T O body P space P O T S space A T O P stop space stop here space E the U M from T felt double A when T E what normally O M U N C X E D communicated G E gone gone comma space G U T just A S A T T T R N G strange U D sound R E X A E D reached N O L misspelled lignon N O N I L space reached L I N O N Lincoln's A R ears space end of text body S.
I'm hoping that it's actually showing you guys where I'm typing, because I guess yesterday it wasn't actually,
Finder, pages.
Zoomed in to
Streamlabs desktop, Google Chrome, Speechify. Page, Google Speechify.
It wasn't actually zoomed into the actual text,
Finder.
so it was like just froze on the last
pages.
Sentence of maybe another document.
Streamlabs Streamlabs button, end lives group, 2 viewers. Group live 0 hours, 19 minutes, end stream.
And by the way, guys, you can comment. If you comment in stream, it will talk to me live. I know, blind guy, how's he gonna, see if we comment or do anything? I have it set up so if you guys want to chat, you can leave a message and it will, share with me. But yeah, no, for
Finder, pages. End of the thrum felt when they normally communicated gone, just as a strange sound reached Lincoln's ears. Actions of it.
For this section, what I'm wanting to do here is set a dangerous scale inside this area, and I'm thinking maybe of doing almost like almost like a mannequin-esque like horror. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the games where like you look and they're all standing one way, and then you look away and then you look back and they're closer. You know what I mean? Like that. I don't know if I want to play with that kind of horror or if I'm going to go with the more. I think I kind of have like a want for him to, be able to I'm thinking like, maybe like 10-man squads of like humanoid stone-based creatures in this one, or like whenever he's in an area, if he's seen by a group of the people that are acting like the humanoids of the land that this portal is replicating, they just like group together real fast and like set up ranks, and like they just fight with different weapons in sync, and he has to like, yeah, I think that's the way that I want to go with this section, just so that it's like intense. It's something he has to overcome. It's something he has to work through, and he is by himself. And if Chip and Antonio come in after him, it'll be like crazy scary for them. So like they'll probably think that like the guy they watched fall into the portal that was just getting fucked up is dead, and he's in there doing his thing, trying to. Okay. I think I got a basic grasp. Basic grasp. Okay.
End of text body communicated gone. Just as a strange sound reached Lincoln's ears. S. Ears. Period. Space. A-E-L-E-D. Slowed. A his. U-N-T-O-2-A-J-O-G. Job, comma. Space. A-N-D-N. A-E-K-T-O-2. A-A-T-O-P. Stop. A-A-T at. T-A-E the. N-E-X-T next. I-N-T-E-R-E-T-O-N intersection. A-N with it. A-E the. A-K-S-T-R-E-E-T-S backstreets. A-E-R-N on space on period. New line tab. A-E-P-P-E-E-K-E-D peaked. U-T out comma. A-N A-double saw. T-A-E the E-A-O-N reason. R-4 A-I his. B-E-E-I-V believe. A-T-A-T-A-E the E-A-T space A-A-D-I-A-T-A-E distance W-Y A-E-T-A-G thought A-E the space the P-A-E place A-A-D-E-E-N-P-O-P-U-T-E depopulated space populated period. New tab. W-A-T what? O-K-E looked A-K-E at stone M-A-N-I-S-A-N body Mohicans. Mohicans. Space. N-X-I-A-A-M. Space.
Not Mohicans. Ziggy, spell mannequins. Two N's?
Mannequins is spelled
M-A-N-N-E-Q-I-N-S. Mannequins. What look like stone mannequins?
Jeez.
Space. Mannequins. W-A-V-E-D waved. A-T-A-N-E-1 A-T-A-R another space another A-A-E-W-L-E-D wailed D-E-A-W W-A-K-E-D walk by space. What looked like stone mannequins waved at one another as they walked by. Header body net walk A another A another page 5 Badiana S another's another body S A another page 5 Badiana another A body S page 5 body. What looked like stone mannequins waved at one another as they walked by S by Y by period space S E some space some A T sat I N I D E inside A T what O K E D looked I K E like R E S T R A T at restaurants space restaurants comma space A N D N O T E R at others even E D seem T R 2 E B D R I N driving E some R T sort of T R A H E strange E stone W A G N wagons space S wagons T that E D used P E R E spheres A S T R E tires N T T A D instead of A E E wheels space wheels period new tab W E well N T isn't T A this T just A P L E A N T pleasant T site space site period period new tab H E he S T E P P E D stepped U T out N D N V E D moved O E R body R closer space closer D A N T N G wanting O 2 G E T get A E T T R better V I E W view space view comma space just A S A G R E P group of Page 6 body, he stepped out and moved closer wanting to get a better view, just as a group of space of E 5 W W E G A N began to P A past E the O P N H opening to T E the A E Y W A Y alleyway space alleyway comma alleyway P space T R E E body 3 N H coming from N D D E 1 D east N direction A S A another T W 2 C A M E came front A E the P P H opposing D E side N E the S A E same D E side of A E the T R E E T street space street space street space street J T just T U J space street comma J T just N front of W A R E where A E he N T O D stood period new tab O N E 1 T R E D turned A E R there A E A D head cuts A D T O P P E D stopped M P E T completely completely A D N it's L L O N Lincoln T O P P E D stopped N moving space moving period space A S D did T E R other F I F space other E R 4 N E D E immediately N E R E T nearest T O T E the that D O E D looked A T N O Lincoln space Lincoln period new tab O N only T it N O E D move comma space W N G walking E P up T O 2 T A the E R corner of T the B I L G building T that R E D framed T A the A E alley A E D stood D I T I N within comma C A I P P I G chipping A I T bit E stone F R N from T E the Perfectly. T smooth. T structure space structure comma space D N O D D O T O S E D tossed. T it O E T directly T it's O N Lincoln space Lincoln period new tab O H O A R T shit period new tab H E he D U K E D duct space duct T E the N G whistling P O E T I E projectile space projectile space projectile R S N G cursing A L L O E D aloud A S I T it spit Z E D whist J E T just P A S pass pass A E face space face period space A T I N G stinging pain L O N G blooming A T A his A E cheek space cheek period new tab bottom left double quotation F E K fuck exclam right new tab T A E N then space then Lincoln E D realize J T just A double pal M A much T U E trouble E he double Y T U truly N space in period space period in space in const in when E O T E R other R for each began T to move space move period new tab O N E 1 O K E broke D O N down T A E the at O N T A E B I D N G building T O T A E the T A E R other D E side of T A E the space the A L E Y alley D N E G A N began space began what magically R G forcing T E the at N E stone T O 2 A T shift T it's M form space form T into A T E R whatever it N E D needed space needed period space T A E the A R N H arming T A E the A R T Y party of E 5 N only T K I N G taking A N D hand space U L handful O E D seconds space seconds period new tab A hells N O no exclamation new tab it's L O Lincoln R E D raised T A both his D hands space D each began T O 2 E fire space fire period space D O E dozens of E missiles D E T death space death T A K G streaking R D forward N A B O N bloom of E D aimed D E N I A space of E R Y body energy E K G seeking dozens of missiles of death streaking forward in a bloom of energy seeking space seeking E missiles space dozens of missiles of death streaking forward in a bloom of energy seeking missiles page 6 body dozens of missiles of death streaking forward in a bloom of E I M space seeking Attacks, space. Dozens of missiles of death streaking forward in a bloom of energy seeking attacks. Attacks period. Period. Attacks period. Period. Lincoln raised both his period. Attacks period. New tab. The mannequins. Moved. Like. Done. This. Before. Space. Before. Two. Lincoln. Space. Lincoln period. Space. The. One. The. Space. Of. Space. One. Front. Space. Front, comma. Comma. Front. Simply destroyed. More building constructed. Tower shield from debris space debris period space while the three closest stepped behind first space first comma only one R 4 struck by Lincoln's C attack space attack period new tab the stone humanoid W was obliterated space page 6 body the stone humanoid was obliterated comma small brown stone dropped from it's chest space chest before it bursted swirl of energy transformed into floating card space card period new line tab Lincoln stopped firing firing staring at the card moment moment comma before looked over two group space group now station behind 3 toward tower shield space shields comma n space n additionally supported by two more misspell K space of there kind period new line tab bottom left double quotation mark MAN man comma space guys space guys at K, suck, comma, space. I'm here. B Y M Y E myself N Y you're just go to G N G gang you up on me I eat like this space this question mark body right double quotation mark new line tab M O E E R O M T double 2 F E A R at Spears double E R E were V O L E Y E D volleyed O E R O T A the O P E top E top E the E shield wall space page 7 body 2 spears were volleyed over the top of the shield wall L wall D N L Lincoln E D moved space move comma space G feeling T that if he didn't do G something quickly quickly comma space he double watch go T 2 quickly M O E Y you keep space 2 spears were volleyed over the top of the shield wall and Lincoln moved feeling that if he didn't do something quickly he was going to O2 E B V R A E M E D overwhelmed space overwhelmed period. Out of doc 2,431 words. Pop-up button. You are currently on a pop-up button. Document layout area. Format move and resize Streamlabs desktop. Pages. Pages body end of text body if he didn't do something quickly. He was going to be overwhelmed. Period. Overwhelmed period. Period. Overwhelmed period. New tab.
That kid could be 1VN hello.
Hello, hello. I'm glad that I now know my comments are up and running.
Streamlabs desk button ends live 0 group 2 viewers group lives end stream live 0 hours 44 minutes and 9 seconds. You are currently on the text element.
Probably going to write for like another, I don't know, 30 minutes or so on this stream. Cut it short today. I might want to come back and write some more for Lincoln later, because I think Lincoln's chapters are kind of lengthier, so I'm going to have to do a lot more work if I'm going to be able to have one done each week for you guys. So I might just have to do maybe 500 words a day on his chapters. So yeah, we'll see. We will see. But I hope you guys are enjoying so far. I don't know if any of you have been here since the beginning of the stream and got to hear what we had up to this point, but so far we're trying to figure out if Lincoln is a idiot savant or not. That's what Tyrone's trying to figure out, but his mind is probably being changed a little bit now. There's some things in that section earlier that I do want to change up a little bit, just so it reads a little bit more smoothly. But it was a nice little scene. It was put together well, I think. Yeah. So now we're in the middle of the first portal, and he's facing these stone mannequins, and the numbers are growing quickly. I might introduce his second skeleton here. But I don't know. I've been trying to play with something that I want to do for Riker on Pocket FM. My main character in my Death Wish series, but it's like a healing lightning. So like imagine somebody hits like a group of enemies in front of them, like they extend their arm out and a bolt of lightning surges between their fingertips and then connects to all of the enemies in front of them. Any of the wounds on the person that is shooting the lightning is healed, and the wounds are put onto the body of the group that is being chained lightninged. Now, at first the character's weak, so he can't control where the wounds go. So they're kind of like, if I have one really mortal wound on me and I use this chain lightning ability and I'm attacking all 5 people in front of me, my mortal wound is going to be split across them, so it's not going to be like devastating to them. They'll all be cut, but not to the degree that like they're going to be bleeding out and dying like I probably was. So yeah, and then it won't do as much damage the least amount of targets, the least amount of bounce back. So if it's just like a single person, it doesn't really heal him too much. It just, it does a little bit of electricity damage. So we'll see how we'll see how that works. But the reason why I'm even detailing all of that is because I'm thinking about working on something like that for maybe this character here, the second skeleton that we need to introduce. But I don't know if that's because I feel like maybe I'm just being limited and I can think of some more creative healing abilities that could be used offensively, which I think is what the objective is. Maybe some fire would be interesting. Maybe some water. I mean, I kind of like the fire thing because we're in a place where it wouldn't really work too well because everything's a lot of stone. So it would be kind of cool to introduce here. Maybe if he gets desperate. Okay, we'll see. I don't know. Man, it's chilly in my house. Ziggy, what time is it?
It's 1:52 p.m.
Oh, God. All right.
Live. Group. Live 0 and stream. Live group. Pages. Bot 2431 document. In doc bot tab. New line. If he didn't do something quickly, he was going to be overwhelmed. Actions available. Format text quickly by voice bot tab. End of text bot a tab. Tab. A mind. E returned. Two. What thought. About a space about. When heed. Surrounded. Space. Enemies. On. All. Sides. Space. Sides. Not. Two. Long. Ago. Ago. Outside. Portal. Space. Portal period. Space. Heat. Thought. Heat. Able. Two. Entirely. The. course of battle if he watch space was free to use his abilities space s abilities comma abilities comma s abilities comma abilities period new tab s so double t what's your excuse double now dumbass space dumbass exclamation new tab head none comma none the space voice hi his much it comma so did he period space s so did he do in that moment space moment question mark new line tab cackled laughter comma began charge missile of death space death comma space force dodge more spears s t the g p group o f of t a c t tactically space tactically moving mannequins push there formation into alleyway him space him period he cackled in laughter and began to charge a missile of death forced to dodge more spears as the group of tactically moving mannequins pushed their formation into the alleyway toward him period him period new tab summon space portal his back space he summoned a portal at his back K back he summoned a portal at his back space K back comes in at EPPED stepped through it space it comma G reappearing at G standing at atop the G building space building space building the R other at DE side he summoned a portal at his back and stepped through it reappearing standing atop the building to the other side side E side the alley from the double now broken space broken double wall being used S G assembling GI Y assembly E line period new tab W-A-T, what? Space, what stuff, E, where? A, E, the, E, L. Hell, S, hells. D, did, all. T, A, O, S, E, those. T, other. E, at once. E, come, from, space. From exclamation mark, new line, new tab. Selected body what, where the italic. End of text body new line, tab. A, D, O, Z. Does. E, doesn't. E, more. O. W, na, T, O, D, stood. E, D, behind. T, E, the. T, first. T. R, E, 3. A, D, shield. A, R, S. Barriers. R, E, R, A, B. Space, shield. A, R, E, R, S. Misspelled bars. R, E, R, A, B. Space, shield. A, E, bear. Space, R, S. Misspelled bars. R, E, R, A, B. Space, shield.
Ziggy, spell bearer.
Bearer is spelled B-E-A-R-E-R.
A-R. E-R, bearer, space. A dozen or
I
more
didn't think we
nouns
was gonna
stood
have the
behind the
full
first three
bear.
shield bearer. S. R. S. Bears. Period. Space. E, some. D, E, D, duck. D, N. A, E, D, held. N, E, knives. Space. Knives, period. Space. H, E, R, others. E, D, held. A, E, maces. A, D, N, E, W, few. E, N, even. Space. Even. Space. Even. W, E, I, D, E, D, space. Welded. D, E, D, E. W. W, I, E, L, D, E, D, wielded. W, A, T, what? A, W, A, S. Was. S. Was. T, I, E, likely. D, M, R, door. R, O, O, D. O, R, E, some. O, R, T, sword. Double crossbow, space. Crossbow, period. Space. L. I, N, O, N, Lincoln. O, D, E, R, G, wondering. A, O, how? T, E, the. D, E, E, device. W, A, what? O, E, D, created. W, A, with O, T, N, E, stone. P, A, R, T, E, parts, space. Parts, question mark. New line. Tab. T, A, E, the. M, G, magic. N, S, his. D, hands. G, E, W, grew. E, L, Mel, L, O, melon. I, E, D, size, comma. Space. T, comma. Size, comma. A, N, D, N. D, N, A, space, comma. Size, space, O, M, A, much. E, N, E, R, G, energy. R, X, K, G, crackling. B, E, T, W, E, N, between G, R, T, I, P, fingertips. T, E, the, H, magics.
That kid could be 1VN. Please call Dominic immediately.
Hey. Just call me twice back to back real fast, bud. It literally only said you called me once. That's crazy. Oh shit. Oh. Where is he? What's he picking up from there? Dude, what time is it? You don't need hot dog buns when you have an hour and a half left it in the snack bar. Yeah. Yeah, no. I'll give him a call. You can't do hospital Monday. Everything's closed. Didn't you guys do hospital yesterday anyway? Okay. Well, then it should be fine. Yeah. All right. Let me give him a call and see what's up. No. Just bring me snacks. I will shoot you a list. No, you suck at bringing me snacks. You don't know what I like, and that's okay. No, I'm good. I'm gonna pick for myself. I love you. I that's not okay. You're actually bad for that. All right, man. I'm gonna go call him real fast. What list? You just said you wasn't gonna listen to it. Oh, okay. All right. I'm like, bro, that's wild. I thought you really were about to take the dive and have faith in yourself and just bring me what you thought I wanted. No, I look. I got you. Let me go make this call. All right. Yeah, I hear you. I understand what you're saying, but you're wasting both of our time. I love you. Until we speak again. Hello. Hey, I apologize. My phone, I don't know, for whatever reason, I've been working on my laptop and it's not bringing up any calls. It's weird. Uh, Realistically, with how the day has gone at the snack bar, um, just make sure that they have like, hot dog buns, hamburger buns, not necessarily like lettuce or fruit or anything, but like just make sure that the snack bar, get what you can from GFS. Okay. Well, just grab them so that she starts out with them on Monday. I'm getting another call. Uh, Sorry, Tuesday. Well then, yeah, no. There's no point, dude. There's really no point. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I apologize for even sending you out there. Yeah, yeah. All right. Yep. Yep. All right. Yep. I'm getting blown up, guys. I might as well just end the stream here, guys, because it's looking like the day is becoming a thing.
Footer, body, page 7 of 7, edit text, insertion at end of text.
That was good. Okay. Yeah. No, I'm live. I'm live. I am. Yeah. Cause it's like that, love. What? Hey, bro. You know what's crazy? You know my phone automatically puts you on speakerphone, so all my phone said was bring some lotion. Hey, man. Hey, look. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I actually need to order lotion from Amazon because I get this real nice lotion. My mom. Just bring some damn lotion. I literally don't have any, bro. I'm literally in the middle of telling you I ain't got no damn lotion for your crusty ass. And good luck. Disrespect, bro. Yep, that's what you get. Yeah, bro. You know what? Call your wife. Say, hey, where's all the extra lotion in the crib? I done rubbed it all on her back and her butt. Bro, look, again, I'm live. I'm gonna let you go, cuz. Hey, love. Alright, bro. Alright, here we go. Yeah, man. I think I'm gonna end it here. I'm getting blown up by my son. He needs oh shit, hold on.
Streamlabs desk finder, Google speech of pages. Streamlabs find Google speech of pages. Streamlabs desktop finder.
Okay, so
find
I guess I did
messages.
Not have messages
Finder. Volume 1 Y human character list for LLL. Pages document. 20 messages. Add insert conversation in Holy Mel. E+1 6++ A 400 A Aaron live 88 search messages add message record audio message edit text is editing me get debate a y lays r I original space let me get a u a r a nutty bar few pack o of g u gushers space a few packs of gut and p e u e applesauce comes o a y o e r t yogurt space yogurt question an applesauce or a yogurt e d red u bull space a Red Bull. E some a m u famous a s some famous A's. D n a n e honey b u n and a honey bun. O u space. You come if not here to get a back you to put it in my d e table eat me space me exclamation I love you if I'm not here when you get back put it on my table for me. N D A L U E E R R blue O P T A R T tart tart cups N some G-R-I-P-P-O-S. Grippos question and a blueberry Pop-Tart and some Grippos. If we got U-N-I-N space. Space. If we got unions. N-O-I-N-U space. Got. D-O-I-T-O-S. Doritos space. X. If we got Doritos. D O do what you feel. T O E D trolled T L all question mark space I wish I do A U K G A with what you space you period exclamation mark. Do you feel trolled at all? I wish I were fuxing with you.
Yep, just gave my son a little mini shopping list for him to grab me snacks from the snack bar. Yeah, I hope he gets them all. If he doesn't, it's fine. You know, I'll be a little disappointed, but I won't be sad. Oh, you know.
Finder, pages, pages. End of text. Spot of fingertips that the magics. Action body so much energy crackling between his fingertips that the magics. Space, magics. N I T what intensity. G R E W grew T O T the T point of A N A U D I E audible D I S A R G E discharge space discharge B A K black G lightning A R C G arcing off T the A T T A attack space attack A E L T E D lifted A D overhead space overhead period new tab left double quotation mark bottom left double quotation mark H O P E hope this works space works exclamation mark right double quotation mark new line new tab left double quotation hope end of text body hope this works new tab A E U G flaunt A the A T A D N down comma space A his Y yell A R G space alerting the M A N E mannequins down below space below comma below period P A C T practically the E N entire G U P group K E D look U P up A T E once comma space comma once comma space N practically the entire group looked up at once and space N space N O Lincoln space Lincoln double Y G moving A fraction E second E before T E the S crow O L T S bolts T O B space S B del crossbow O T bolts E G A N began T 2 P G ping F off T A E the E D G ledge T E the B U I L D N G building U P up T at A I M him space him period new tab T A E the A T T A skip attack T R U skip strut A G U D ground A D N E X X P O D E D exploded space exploded comma G knocking P R A L Y X I T A R P space knocking T A E E O E those T E the C E T E R center T A E the G U P group A K R D backward space backward period
+1 8 1 2 4 8 3 2 9 9 1 3.
Call D so crazy on speaker.
calling D so crazy mobile on speaker.
Hello.
Yo, I'm still gonna need you to come upstairs, film.
I'm upstairs.
Yeah.
What happened?
I need your help picking out some of these decks, bro.
You got some lotion?
I sure don't.
You got some Vaseline?
No, I have nothing to help you not be ashy, bro.
I ain't really ashy. It's just my hands feel dry.
Oh, bro, I got hand lotion.
Oh my God, nigga. That's still fucking lotion, nigga.
Yeah, bro, but I thought you was shooting for like knees or something. I didn't know what you was shooting for.
Nah, nigga. Alright, I told C3 I was coming to get you. He'd be on the way.
The attack struck the ground and exploded, knocking all those in the center of the group backward. Period. Backward space.
I
T,
didn't really
A,
want to get
the-
everybody together. That's unusual, ain't it?
Not really.
Mannequins.
That is unusual.
I think it's been different, honestly, since he played Magic, bro. We had the guys over. He got to play Magic. He finally saw what we was trying to bother this nigga about, and it wasn't that bad. He punched the shit out of me, Tyrus. You know what I mean? Like, had a good time. I mean, you know.
The mannequins.
But yeah. Yeah, bro. I need your help picking out some of these decks. I want to pick like 4 of them to play with. I mean, how many games do you think we're gonna get in? Like 2?
Who, me or him?
No, the unit, sir.
I don't know, nigga. I'm there till 10 o'clock.
Oh, okay. All right. He got Wi-Fi?
Did the Mr. Hotspot ask for another nigga's Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
Yeah. They got Wi-Fi house. He be playing the game. Man.
Yeah, I don't know another man's business. What if he's using his hotspot? He got limited hotspot data. He only like to use it when he playing the game. He don't want nobody else using his limited hotspot data.
Nah.
The mannequins. Space. Mannequin. A-E-R-E. There. D-I-S-I-N-T-E-G-X. Disintegrating. D-I-E. While. A-E. Those. A-E. The. U-T-T-R. Misspell. E-E-R-E-T-T-U. O.
Yes,
O.
sir.
U-T-T-E-R. Misspelled out. R-E-T. E-R. Outer. E-D-E.
Yes, sir.
Edges. T-A-E. The. R-U-P. Group.
Yeah. What's up, dude? Yeah, is that how you feel? You just woke up so you get to yell at people? Thank you. I
Yeah,
appreciate
Dominic.
it. You said what?
Say, yeah, Dominic.
Damn, bro, that's how you feel? That's rude.
The mannequins are disintegrating, while those on the outer edges of the group.
Yep. But hey,
Space.
I'm gonna let you do your thing. And hit me up when you get here.
Aye, Captain.
All right, bro.
Start.
Sorry about that, y'all. We're about to play Magic, so Magic the Gathering, by the way. And I play using Seeing AI, a program on my phone. I wish there was a better card reader. Like my granddaughter has like this card thing where you slide a card in, and because of like the number punched in on the card, it has like a pre-recorded message like saying like, oh, it's this animal and it makes this noise, and then you can, this is what you call it in a group, and all this different stuff, right? I want that device to be made for Magic cards, so that all you got to do is like download sound packs for any new cards that come out, and when you slide the Magic card in there, it literally just reads that Magic card to you. I think that would be epic. honestly, not only just for the blind people, not only just for blind people to play, but also people who struggle to read and all different kinds of stuff. I think that would actually be a great just toy to sell. Probably help sell a lot more Magic cards, just saying.
The mannequins are disintegrating, while those on the outer edges of the group. The mannequins are disintegrating. The attack struck the ground and exploded, knocking all those in the center of the group backward. The mannequins are disintegrating. Header, and then pay the and out the on those while disintegrating. There. Mannequins. Pay there. Bought a group. The mannequins are disintegrating, while those on the outer edges of the group. P group E were E D smashed into E the at E stone walls of T E the 2 G buildings T A what the at D stood E T W E in between space between period. Period. Between period. New tab. Tab. T A E and then N O N Lincoln and W new E he W A N N T wasn't I N O 4 A O D good T I E time space time A S E E even O N E more O of T the T E stop E men O E rush and O into T the E Y W A Y alleyway comma space comma alleyway comma A O D I N G holding A D D E R at ladders space ladders period space period ladders period space T A E the M A N N E Q I at mannequins W E R E were I M G climbing T A E the D E A B I D G building W A with U C A such A P I D rapid P A C pace space comma space comma pace comma space T that N O N Lincoln E N even didn't E N even T R R T A T M T attempt T R fire O A E them space them comma them space them P E T what completely D A E D dazzled E the E I E C what efficiency A E R N what energy space what G R E N E space his E N enemy space period new tab A E he R N ran A N G along E the P rooftop space E G I N G beginning to E 5 D down space down when T the N U M E at numbers E became M G alarming space alarming period space A E he A O T shot A T A S E bases T the A D D R at ladders E H being E D U spec use cops D E T O N G destroying T R there I M inch climbing T O tools spec tools comma space tools comma spec R A R further N G firing N on T G fall M A N E Q U N mannequins space mannequins period new line tab T A E the A M U N T amount R D cards T G U N D ground and O L X N G floating the air the D A D dead space dead N T E R at monsters N D E made O N Lincoln at R T start T 2 A E cackle Again, space. Again, comma. Comma. Again, period. Hit new tab. D-N-T don't G-E-T get T-O-O-2 E-X-I-T-E-D excited spec comma S-W-U-E-E-D need O-2 E-B-E able O-2 G-E-T get T-O-2 T-E the L-O-O-D what bloody S-A-O-D cards T first I-D-O-T idiot space idiot exclamation mark new tab L-I-O Lincoln. I-N-E-D increased. T-E the T-E rate E fire. His T-S shot shots comma space. Even I-E while T-R-G trying T-O-2-P-U-M-P pump more. P-W-O-P space more mana into each missile space missile T fast S he D could before A-R-G sharing G-N-I-R-R-G charging E-O-L-T bolt N-Y any R-A further R-E-A-T-R-U-F space any E more E-D cost A-I-Hit E rate of E-O 2 D-O-P drop space drop Lincoln increased the rate of fire of his shots even while trying to pump more mana into each missile as fast as he could before charging the bolt anymore caused his rate of fire to drop to rate his cost hit rate of fire E-R-I-F space E-T-A-R-S-I-H space cost his E missile U-N-T count space 2 drop end of text period new tab W-A-T what I is T that I-E like T-E-N-10 O-L solid A-O-T shots A-E-D second space second question mark new tab A-E-E S-S-A-O-T shot A-T-A-T-E-E-R what A-H everything T-that-E-D move commas T-E-P-O-T-H teleport from root to R roof A-E-E did so space so comma space only T-O-2 B-E B-T-R-U struck by A-P-A-R spear space spear that O-L-I-D-E-D collided from space from space from it ran space of period new tab E-H-A-E-T-A-E-E-A-T-T-A-E the P-O-G-E-I-E projectile T-U struck I-T with A-Sut R-E force space force T-A-T that
Speak D, so, plus, 1, 4, 6, 3, 2, dictate, button, search, speak D, so, crazy, 2, outgoing, 2:34 p.m., status bar item, swipe down with, apps with my spectrum, messages, app YouTube, retail, active, net total, 300 this month, button, net total, 300 page 2 of 4, May 22nd, 2026, all team members, all devices, persist, make select, back, button, back, current jar, sale, dispute, sale, current jar, sales, button, sales, 1 average discourse more make preview total card cash fee net total $597.56 speech off.
Not the best day, not the worst day at the snack bar. But oh yeah, let me see if Dominic left already. He's probably already
Speech off. Speech on. Phone. Double tap finance folder. Phone. D. So. Crazy. 2 plus 1 4 6 3 2 7 6 4 1 5 5. Incoming. Missed. 1 call. Dictate. Button. Search. Dictate. Plus. D. D. So. Plus 1. Live888 at gmail.com. Okay. Arn.
Do. Yeah, he probably left already.
Page 8 body the projectile struck with such force that space that L-I-N-O-N Lincoln's S Lincoln W-A walk in E-D knocked E-A-N walk cleanly roof space.
Phone. Messages folder. Not. Opening messages. Messenger. Double tap to messages. E. Pin. Swipe up or down to select +1 7 0 3 9 2. Unread. Sam. Arn Live 888 6 8 4 6 +1 8 1 2 7 8 1 0 7 9 5. And black and white donuts. Alani's hot dog buns turkey chip. Select. Message. Text message. Bullet RCS. Message. Tech cat X. Messages.
Hey, could you drop off the deposit with Dominic at the apartment at the end of the day? Question mark. I will give you gas as well.
Inserted K. Could you drop off the message? Text field. Send. Button. Send message. Send. Dictate. Button.
What, is he mad or something?
Nah, nigga. I was going scary, but I was like, nah, that's doing too much.
Okay. But, yeah, appreciates anybody who has been in the stream.
Finder. Streamlabs desktop.
Oh, yeah,
Streamlabs desktop.
Right? You would have got me on
Live
the stream,
0
too.
group. 2 viewers. Group. Live 0 hours. 49. End stream. Live 1 hour. 33 minute. Group. 1 viewers.
Okay. 1 hour and 33.
Group. Live 1 end stream.
But,
Button.
yes. Thank you, guys. I hope you guys did actually catch some of the writing. I know I was super distracted today, but we put down some words. I think we got like 1,000 words in there almost. Yeah, no, it's been good. Please come back tomorrow. We should have some more, either Spell Tank or, no. I'm going to finish Spell Tank tomorrow with you guys on stream. And then I'm going to probably maybe do some work with ADI, with Aurora Drake Imperial. I might. I don't know. Because we've had some people waiting on that to come back out on RoyalRoad for probably about a year. So, but yeah, I'm going to go try to get in some Magic the Gathering. I hope you guys are writing. I hope you guys are being good to yourselves. Finding inspiration in your life and using it to write better. I hope you guys are doing the writing challenge that I've been putting out over the last few days. I hope you guys are challenging yourselves and becoming better writers. I don't know what Mans is doing behind me. I hope you guys are catching him do whatever shenanigans he's doing. Yeah, no. But have a good day. Come back tomorrow. I might be live later. I'll let you guys know. And if not, thank you for buying the books, guys. Thank you for subscribing to the Patreon. This honestly means the world to me. We're getting almost like 100 subscribers a day at this point. So, yeah, really, guys, I really appreciate it. This is making the journey worthwhile. And for those of you who like the Pocket FM streams and all those, make sure you come back this weekend because I will be doing more of those as well.
This weekend,
yes. Button. End stream.
Yeah, and if this hooligan wants to start working on the anime for Passive Kingdom, we will have more quality content for our anime coming out soon. So keep that in mind too. But
it's us too.
Yeah. We lost our partner, but it's okay. We're gonna
end stream. Button.
We're gonna work on it, guys.
You live 1 hour, 35 minutes. End stream. Button. You are currently on a button inside of web content.
Again, my fellow
to click